Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm really excited about it. I have been hearing this request for a very long time, and it's about how I learn English in Taiwan. And fun fact about me, I will be saying a few fun facts in this video, and unfortunately today's video is not about TOEIC, so if you wanted to see more TOEIC videos, then you can click the link right below here. So for today's video, it's gonna be a talk down on how I learn English without a full English environment. And the number one fun fact about me is that Nico 老师呢, I have never studied abroad and I have never lived abroad. So I am not American born Chinese, ABC. 就是 I was born and raised in Taiwan, 土生土长的新竹人。大家应该知道我是新竹人哈，那个新竹不叫林志玲。I'm feeling really happy today. I had a great morning, productive one, and I also work out. Yay to me. If your goal when it comes to learning English is to speak English fluently, and most important is to have your own style, then you have come to the right place, because today's video I'm going to teach you how you can find your own voice in this second language. Because a lot of time you will notice that 当我讲中文的时候，我的感觉整个个性跟语气是一个人。所以有一些同事在跟我讲中文的时候，他就觉得我是一个可能比较内向的人。But once I start teaching and once I start speaking English, I'm sorry for if there's some noise out there, because I did open the window because the sunlight is really amazing today. I wanted it to be on my face. I look pretty today. Okay, back to the topic. So, if you wanted to find your own style and to be able to explore yourself, explore your voice, then today's video is going to be really helpful. Alright, so let's first talk about how I learned this language. 如果你想要真的开始开口说英文，然后在没有出国的前提之下，就是你想要在台湾，然后练造出很好的一口英文，那我觉得你要先在英文这个语言里面找到一个事情是你喜欢的。那很少人喜欢多益，所以在这部影片里面，我不会说你一定要去考多益考试，但是你一定要利用这个语言，然后来去做你喜欢的那件事。I'm gonna give you an example, okay? So when I was a kid, when I was in elementary school and I was in 6th grade, I had this big fat crush on Justin Bieber. Hey, don't laugh at me. If you knew him, he was very charming, very nice, very warm-hearted. He's a nice kid, and plus he is very talented when it comes to music. And he's got that smile, that hair, that killer move. You know, I've been to his concert, so I know my thing. So I was fascinated by him and I was in love with him. So as a young, 你知道，小小的 Nico, all I wanted to do is that I wanted to know what Justin Bieber is doing right now in Canada or in the US. So that was my first goal, okay? I wanted to be able to know what my star is doing. And so I would go to his official website. He's got an official website at the time. I don't know if he still got it now because he's so big. He doesn't really need a website anymore. But I would go visit his website every single day to check if there's new information. And at the time, I was really excited about it, and I wanted him to come to Taiwan, visit Taiwan. But I would refresh the web page, and it says the concert that he will be holding all around the world, but never in Taiwan. 歧视哦。But I felt very happy learning English, and that wasn't even like I was learning because I was just using it so that I can get closer to the things that I like, to do the things that I like. Okay, so that was my first story when it comes to learning this language. You gotta find something that you love, and that thing could be a hobby, interest, or your own kink. Just anything that requires you to use this language. So if you have no idea, of course TOEIC is something that you can start with. 你可以先去考试，然后给你成就感嘛。But honestly, that is boring. 哦，自己教多语，自己说它很无聊。But I do believe that there are something that you like it a lot more than taking exams, right? So no matter it's 动漫也好啊，那比如说你喜欢迪士尼动画，或者是你喜欢 NBA， 那你就去看 NBA 的网站，看那些 sports news 体育新闻。然后你不用担心说，如果我今天喜欢的东西是很冷门的怎么样？你不用担心，因为它只是一个开始你英文学习旅程的第一步。Okay, so the first step is to find something that you like and also requires you to use this language. And 在学英文的时候啊，最棒的情况是你能够找到 authentic materials. What is authentic materials? It means materials could be videos, articles, news, anything that is produced by native speakers. Not textbook language, it's different. So find anything that's produced by native speakers, then it's authentic material. So you wouldn't sound very Taiwanese, Chinglish, you know. I have this friend and I love her, and she was my high school friend. She is now living in the US. I'm not sure what she was there for, maybe for an internship, but I do envy her, and I'm gonna say it, I do envy those who have the chance to go to a foreign country at a very young age. It was kind of my dream to live in the US. I wanted to stay in California, but I didn't have the chance, but it's okay because someday I'm gonna be there, okay? I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna go to Bath and Body Works. I'm gonna go to Chipotle. I'm gonna go to many stores that I wanted to visit for the very first time. And for that, I'm being hopeful. So hopefully after my master's degree, I can go to the US and live there for a bit to really experience their lives, their culture. That would be amazing. Nah. Just like you, I don't have the chance at this moment, but it's okay. It's a progress, it's a journey, it's fun. But we'll definitely get there. We just have to have patience. 好，离题了，我刚才讲什么？ Alright, I was talking about the, I had a friend. Okay, I have her as a friend, and she was my high school friend. 那我高中读的是新竹女中，然后在高中的时候 she had showed some interest for this language, but I didn't know that she was very into it. And she has quite good proficiency in this language. She scores pretty good in when we're taking exams 在学校的时候. And then she moved to the US. And then I started to stalk her on Instagram. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Okay. And she started to post some very Taiwanese style post. 她会开始 po 一些文章 and in those posts, I can understand a bit. I can understand what she's trying to say because I'm a Taiwanese, I can read Chinese. But it's very unnatural. I think that's the word for it. It's very unnatural. 它不像是一个英文自然而然，应该说 it's not like something Native Americans or native speakers. It's not like a pose that Native Americans or speakers, they don't talk like that. Okay. So I think input is a lot of time more important than output. We all know that babies learn language through listening, right? Just observing their environment, and they play with their tongue, and they try out different language, different words, different phrases. And learning English is just like that. So if you haven't started, it's time for you to get started, and you will get there. If you feel like you're a baby in this language, then congratulations, you have the best opportunity to become a really good language speaker, because now you can start learning from those authentic materials so that you can sound more or speak and even think more like a native speaker. But of course, if that's your goal, make sure you have more input than output. So I was talking about input, and the way you can get enough input is, like I said, my first story, do something that you like that requires you to use this language. Last but not least, I wanted to share this story with you. When I was in high school, I was very into veganism. I would follow this YouTuber called Freely the Banana Girls, and I don't even watch her these days. And I used to be a vegan at that time, but after a few years now I'm still eating meat. Okay, and the life of being a vegan in Taiwan is miserable. I'm gonna tell you that. Anyone who says it's not is probably because they've never had meat in their life before. So if you transition from a meat eater into a vegetarian or a vegan, I have to say it's a painful process. But if you are successful, then you continue with the progress. I admire you. But when I was in high school, I was very into veganism. And I kind of wanted to start documenting my transition, the life becoming a vegan. And also at that time, I was facing college entrance exam. And I was a nerd. I loved studying, and I had a goal at that time. I wanted to go to 台大。就那时候我就觉得，我就是想去台大读书。So that was my goal, and I wanted to become a politician. 所以我后来读的是政治系。Anyway, so when I was when I was a senior in high school, I was pretty stressful, but I had a problem with telling others my emotions. I'm not the most talkative person when I'm not working. I do have friends, and I'm very appreciative. But a lot of time, I just wanted to talk to myself. Do you have that feelings that after a long day, a really stressful one, that you just wanted to talk to yourself? Because when you talk to others, people judge you, people give you reactions that you might not enjoy. But when you talk to yourself, you're always there for yourself. Tell me I'm not the only one, okay? So I started to document myself. I would open my MacBook Air. My mother got me a MacBook Air at the time, and it got a camera, so I would start doing fake vlogs. I didn't upload it, I just start vlogging, and I start talking to myself in front of the camera, and I would listen to myself and to check if I sound like a native speaker. Because there was a time I was quite obsessed with my accent. I wanted to perfect it so that I sound like an American, because I feel like deep inside I am an American, although I live in Taiwan. So I started to record myself, and I become more familiar with my voice. And before that, I wasn't very sure how I sounded in this language. But once I start doing that, once I start recording myself, it can be audio, or it can be audio recording or a video recording. You just have to find something that can record yourself. And I become more familiar with it. And once I become more familiar, I can then start to play with it. So this is something that I find a lot of my students have problem with. They are very advanced learners. They know a lot of vocabularies. They have great accomplishments in their career. However, when they speak this language, they sound like a robot. And that is because they don't know what their voice should be, and they've never experimented with it. That's why I encourage you to take your phone, and after a long day, you just lie on bed and talk to yourself in English. And you can start from very simple conversations with yourself. If you don't know what to say, then I'm gonna offer you another way that you can do this. You start to describe the things that are around you, okay? So let's say, what is it? It's a hand cream. So now you know this thing, it's called hand cream. And try to describe it, okay? So this is a hand cream, and it's pretty 看起来很高级，高级怎么说？ It's pretty high end, good quality, 品质不错。And when is the 制造日期英文怎么讲啊？ I'm gonna check and make sure you always speak English during this process, okay? I know I sound dumb. I know I look dumb right now, but it really works. Okay, 原来材料叫 ingredients, okay. And it's organic. 哇，有机的原来有机就用在这边。而且有机认证英文怎么讲啊？ It says organic certified. Wow. 光是 describe 这个 hand cream 我就学了好多个平常我不会用，可能讲得很台的英文。Yeah, so go from there and to start journaling if that's your preference, but I would more. Alright, so start from there. Start from describing objects around you, your surroundings, to describing your feelings, expressing yourself in this language. So start from there and then move on to describing yourself, expressing your feelings. Tell yourself how you've been feeling whole day, and you can also talk about your routine or what you've done today and how do you feel about it. So what you've done and how you felt about it. Okay, 2 things. And trust me, if you do that every day with enough input, plus you're now given output, 这两个加起来你就无敌了，真的。So people always ask, how do I speak English like you? If you do the above 3 things that I do, I can assure you that you will see improvement in no time. See progress. I can assure you that you will see progress in no time. Alright, so that is about it for today's video. I hope you like this kind of video where I just sit down and not too much editing and you can just listen to me talk, and it's very intimate. It's like I'm talking to a friend, you know. I can get closer if you want to. Alright, the lighting is getting scarier and even closer if you want to. Alright, I hope you have fun with me today talking about how we can improve ourselves, and if you feel you like you're not being yourself, then maybe you can find a new identity in this language. Hopefully I can hear from you using these tips, and make sure you share with me your language learning journey, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye bye.